Storytime. I just made a reaction earlier, and this is my second death because motherfuckers like to kill me while I'm impatient while I'm doing something. So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, back on Call of Duty, and I just realized I threw that at myself. Gotcha, bitch. Okay, so this is gonna be about the worst job I ever had. I've had a total of 5 jobs in my life, and I can tell you which ones I liked and didn't like, but I'm gonna tell you about the worst one of them all. So I've had, like I said, 5 jobs, and 3 of those jobs were in fast food. And one thing you need to know about fast food is that people suck. Like, the people suck, everything about the fast food sucked, except one of them. But the one is like one of the most famous fast food restaurants in the world. I'm gonna let you figure out which one it is, which I'm pretty sure if you have a brain, which a lot of you probably do, you would know which one it was. So you can figure out which one. So while I was there, like, it started off weird because when I got the interview, the dude who was interviewing me was a bit of a douchebag already. And he was like, he told me I had the job. I was like, alright, that's good. And after that, I was just thinking to myself, okay, I got the job, so when do I start? He says, you start Monday, and I'm like, okay. So I started on that day, and then I come over, I'm there, and then once I show up to that first shift, I fucking, bro, it was already weird because the people there, no joke, looked like Hot Topic posters, and they were loud as hell. Like, I'm not even joking when I say that. Like, they were the loudest people I think I've ever heard, and I'm a loud person my damn self, so I can't talk too much, but, you know, I talk a lot. But there was like 1 or 2 cool people. The bosses there were weird. The first day I came in, I had forgotten my visor, and the dude was like busting my balls because of that, and I was just already annoyed. I was like, dude, like, what is your problem? And I didn't say that, but I'm thinking it. I'm thinking like, dude, what's your problem? He's like, alright, and then he starts teasing this one kid because of the way he laughs. I'm like, okay, this dude's already a douche canoe, I can tell. And after that, bro, I hated this job so much because the pants there, they gave you special pants that rode right up your ass, and they felt like skinny jeans, bro. The dead ass felt like something that you would not want to wear. So on the first day, one of these other guys came up to me, and I'm over here making burgers. He comes up to me and says, have you ever did things with another man? And I drop the spatula, I turn around, I look at him, I'm like, what did you ask me? It's like, have you ever? No, dude, like, why would you ask me that? He's like, oh, it's just that, bro, what you is this like a sign you trying to come on to me or something? Like, dude, I'm like, go away. So I'm sitting there, like, again, I'm thinking to myself, like, who is this guy? Like, and that's not even the worst part, bro. I was only working 3 hours at there. My old job, which is at another fast food restaurant, they were giving me 5 to 6 hours, but only 2 days. These guys, I was only working 3 hours, and then after the first day, I was just mainly chilling. I had forgotten my phone, so there was nothing to do. And it was just, I hated it. And I got home, or my mom picked me up because I don't have my license yet, or at the time either, if you're watching this now, or if you're watching this somewhere in the future. And I said to my mom, bro, this job sucks balls. And she's like, well, it's only your first day, just give it a try. And I'm like, alright, fine. So meanwhile, I didn't hear from this place yet. Like, they didn't call me or nothing to tell me when my next day was. Come to find out, they didn't even put me on the schedule. And I called them. I was at my dad's house, and I said, hey, when do I work? I called my boss, and he's like, when do I work next? And he's like, do you want to work? And I'm thinking to myself, did he really just ask if I want to work? No, I got this job just so I could sit on my butt all day and play video games. Yes, I want to work, bro. Like, I don't go to a job just to freaking sit on my ass. Like, are you stupid? And he's like, alright, you can show up on Wednesday. I'm like, alright. So I called my shift at I guess you already know which place I work for now. Bro, I fucking hate the skill-based matchmaking. They need to take that out of the game. Skill-based matchmaking is the worst, bro. Alright, so after that happened, he literally fucking... Bro, I swear to God... Oh, okay, you know what? I'm not even going to. So, after that happens, I show up to my shift. Well, not even to my shift yet. Oh, yeah, this dude... Okay, I was about to say. Alright, I lost my train of thought for a second. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I show up to that shit, I call my other job, which you already know which place it is, because I pretty much just stuttered when I said it, so now you know, so, like, I guess, like, whatever. So they said, oh, you work these 4 days. And then I show up to I said, oh, I can't work that day. I have another shift at this other job, my other job. And the dude was like sighing. He's like, oh, fine. I'm like, and my dad heard. He's like, what a douchebag. And I'm like, right? And he's like, did you really just sigh on you just because you couldn't work that day? Like, are you kidding me? I'm like, yeah, you really just did. He's like, well, that dude's a D-bag. And I show up to my next shift, and it's already, like, starting off as pretty bad because, well, I brought my phone this time, and I show up, and the teacher, why do I always do that? Like, I either say teacher when it's about a job or something. So I show up, and the dude, and then there's one of the managers who really, like, hated his life. He really just, like, did not want to be here, which I don't blame him. I don't either, but he was a dick, too. He wasn't like a dick to me, but he was just in general a dick. And the dude comes over, and he's like, and the dude had one of the, I guess, employees had shown up late, which is a good reason for the boss to be mad. He's like, are you serious? Are you really showing up late? And he's like, I had to stop and get some. He's like, oh, you talking back to me now, boy? He's like, yeah, what about it? And he's just over there fighting with the boss. And they literally just and the dude comes out and he just punches the counter. I'm like, okay, so this is how my day starts off. And I leave that job. I'm like, oh my god, that was even worse than the other day. And he's like, and I tell my mom, like, dude, this job sucks. And she's like, well, if the other job gives you more hours, you can go back and you can quit. And I went and I called up my other job and asked when my next hours were, and they had said you get another 4 days, and they had put me back 4 days a week. And I'm like, Mom, they put me on 4 days a week. And she's like, alright, you could quit that job then, because they had started giving me my hours back. But yeah, moral of the story is that if you're gonna get a job, make sure it's something you can show up and just deal with. I don't even know if that's a good moral, but it's like, what the fuck ever, I don't care at this point. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like, let me know what you think, and as always, I hope you enjoyed.